The dirty hit that's being talked about all around the NFL. Jags-Texans game. 2nd and 7. Jags quarterback Trevor Lawrence takes off, scrambling, trying to get the first down. As he approaches Texans defender Azeez Al-Shaair, Trevor Lawrence slides, giving himself up on the play when Al-Shaair launches himself into Lawrence's head. Lawrence gets a concussion, out for the game, presumably out for a while, maybe even the year. And I understand that by the very nature of the sport of football, every play is bang bang, but when you as a defender launch yourself leading with your forearm from a side angle, sure, or as a help tackler, I've seen it happen time and time again, but front facing a ball carrier, launching, leading with the forearm, I don't think I've ever seen that happen in my life. The intention to me appears to be suspect. Plus, you have a history of being a dirty player. And he issued an apology to Trevor Lawrence. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. I understand the retaliation by your teammates. I get all that. Then he ends it with this, verbatim, quote, "To the rest of the people who I've been called every single name in the book, from reporters with their hands ready for a story to find their villain, to racist and Islamophobic fans and people, you don't know my heart nor my character, which I don't need to prove to any of you. God knows my intentions, and anyone who has ever been a teammate or friend of mine knows my heart." Respectfully, Azeez Al-Shaair, this is not an apology. This is bullshit. Whatever happened to giving a sincere apology if you decide to do it? Yo, I fucked up. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done it, but I'm gonna learn from this mistake, grow from it, and be a better person because of it compared to what I was yesterday. Boom, that's it, the end. And you had me in the first half, Azeez, not gonna lie. Instead of ending it there, you decided to continue and make yourself into a victim. Hey, all these words, everything that's been said about me, online comments, through the media, that really hurt me. Well, you physically hurt one of your peers doing his job. This is embarrassing. This is pathetic. You were better off not posting anything in the first place, and you got suspended for 3 games. Not long enough. You should be suspended the rest of the season, including the playoffs. Give me a break. But on a lighter note, a much happier note, Bills versus Niners, the second snow globe game of the year. And the irony of this matchup is that you are witnessing the Buffalo Bills, who are very much still in their championship window, has been the case for years, but is still active, versus the Niners, who had a 5-year window, and that window has officially been closed. Christian McCaffrey, he got hurt. He's going to be out for at least 6 weeks, which means that he's likely out for the year. Just tough to deal with 2024 if you're a San Francisco 49ers fan. But James Cook broke off for a 65-yard touchdown run down the sideline. Buffalo's defense was impeccable, and the play of the game, I don't even think it's up for debate. It was the Allen pass to Amari Cooper. He gets held up, pitches the ball back to Josh Allen for the catch and run touchdown. Josh Allen is the first quarterback in NFL history to have a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in the same game. I've been arguing Saquon Barkley to be in the MVP conversation the last couple of weeks, but when you consider that crazy ass stat line, Josh Allen, the first quarterback to do what he did against San Francisco, plus how well he's playing overall, plus how MVP is the best quarterback award, I really don't think it's up for debate anymore. Josh Allen, he is your 2024 NFL MVP. But the Niners down 21-3, first and goal, right as Kyle Juszczyk was about to get in the end zone, just a soul-crushing fumble recovered by Buffalo. And you got to give a shout out to special teams as well. They forced and recovered a Deebo Samuel fumble. Maybe this is the year Buffalo can finally get over the hump that is Kansas City and win their first ever championship? Or if not, then all right, it's another Jim Kelly situation to where we didn't win it all, but we have one of the best quarterbacks and it was a great storyline while it lasted. We'll see. Ravens versus Eagles. Saquon Barkley got a $107 and a touchdown. He'll get Offensive Player of the Year. This now makes 6 out of his last 7 games where he got at least 100 rushing yards or more. Lamar Jackson, he's absolutely ridiculous. 237 yards through the air, along with 2 touchdown passes and 79 rushing yards. The NFL is a system league. However, you have outliers at the quarterback position. Just a few of them, guys like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes, where they are the system. Mark Andrews with the "you got mossed" catch in the end zone over Reed Blankenship. Justin Tucker with the extra point attempt, no good. It clanks the left upright and it was loud. And when I say loud, I'm talking about a brick shot off of a double rim. And Eagles linebacker Zach Bond, what a force he's been for them. Got a TFL, a quarterback hit, and a half sack, a big half sack on 3rd down. That set up a 47-yard field goal attempt by Justin Tucker. Also no good. Wide left. Eagles maintain a 2-point lead. And Tucker with yet another opportunity to put the Ravens ahead. A 53-yard field goal, no good, wide right. After a punt exchange, Saquon breaks off a 25-yard touchdown run, putting the Eagles up 21-12. And the Ravens, they score another touchdown, but by then it's too late. Final score, Eagles win 24-19. Justin Tucker cost the Ravens 7 points. The fall from grace is crazy. We're talking about an 8-time All-Pro coming off 5 straight Pro Bowls. One of the great all-time kickers in this league is now unplayable. And this is his career worst season, and it's not even close. Hitting just 70% of his field goals. He's missing extra points as well. And I feel bad for him to see this sharp of a decline at the kicker position. Normally it's gradual, but to go from 87% of a field goal rate last year to 70% this year, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Packers-Dolphins, the last of the Thanksgiving triple header. Dolphins are never beating the can't play in the cold allegations. We saw it last year in the playoffs against Kansas City. -4 degrees at kickoff with a wind chill of -27. Going into week 13, Thanksgiving night at Lambeau Field. Not as cold as the playoff game, but still cold nonetheless. 27 degrees, wind chill of 18 degrees, accompanied by 10-mile-per-hour winds. And Tua, despite the cold, to his credit, he was pretty good. 37 for 46, 365, and 2 touchdowns, but the offensive line failed him. Tua, he got sacked 5 times. Malik Washington, the punt returner, couldn't handle the football, which in that setting was a big block of ice falling from the sky, muffing the punt, recovered by Green Bay, set up the Packers' 1st and goal. They turned that into a touchdown. And the defense, they also failed. I know trying to tackle guys hurts a lot more in the cold compared to normal conditions, but come on, 20 missed tackles? And the Dolphins, they fall to 5-7, trying to fight, scratch, and claw their way to the 7th seed in the AFC. Denver holding that position, now 8-5. It's going to be tough. For Miami, they have to win out, with your 2 final games of the season being on the road in presumably cold, maybe even freezing conditions. At Cleveland, at the New York Jets. I mean, at some point, you got to beat these allegations. If not now, when? And to that I say, good luck. Chargers versus Falcons. Jim Harbaugh, first year with the Chargers as head coach, has LA primed to make the playoffs. Their operation is typical of a Jim Harbaugh-led team. A run-first offense, stout defense, Chargers #1 in scoring defense, forcing turnovers while they themselves protect the football, 3rd in turnover differential. Smash mouth, physical football, leaving you needing to ice up more than what you already do. And if you want to beat a Jim Harbaugh football team, you got to be tough. In comes Kirk Cousins, far more tough in contract negotiations than he is on the football field, always buckles under pressure. And let me tell you, as a Vikings fan that witnessed this guy playing for his team for 6 years, he hates, and I mean hates, having a legit backup quarterback that can threaten to take his job. Certainly, this is the prototype leader that you want going up against a Jim Harbaugh-led team. The all-shucks guy versus the Joker throws not one, not two, not three, but 4 interceptions. The first one in triple coverage. The second one, the defender camped out, jumped that pass, and turned that into a pick 6. And the third one, this one was a duck pass in the end zone on 3rd and goal. 4 interceptions, 4 poor decisions by Kirk Cousins. Dude, I'm so glad we got rid of your bum ass. You had me fooled for a while, but I saw what you did on 4th and 8. Now, next week, week 14, you're coming back to US Bank Stadium, and this crowd, they are going to be on your ass. And now you're having to deal with what you thought you would never have to deal with, the possibility, discourse even of, hey, maybe we should play Michael Penix Jr. over this guy. Maybe the rookie gives us a better chance to win, because you were able to coast on by with Sean Mannion as your backup to protect your feelings. Oh, belt to ass coming up next Sunday. And lastly, we've got the first of the Thanksgiving triple header, Chicago at Detroit, with this expected to be not much of a game at all, with the Lions running away with it. And for the first half, it played out exactly as you thought it would, with the Lions being up 16-0. And then something happened. Down 23-7, under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, to the start of their final drive, the Chicago Bears fought and clawed their way back with all the momentum on their side, scoring 13 unanswered points. And after a 3-and-out by Detroit, Chicago, they get the ball back with 3:31 left in the game, all 3 timeouts in their pocket, plus the 2-minute warning. But it's not going to be easy. This is all Madden difficult, because the Lions, they punted the ball, pinning Chicago at their own 1-yard line. It's going to be tough, but this is where legends are made. After a Keenan Allen penalty and an incomplete pass, head coach Matt Eberflus, with his Bears at their own 4-yard line, decides to burn his first timeout to avoid a delay of game penalty, saving his team a whole last 2 yards. Not great. But on 3rd and 7, Caleb Williams completes a pass to DJ Moore for 25 yards. Crisis averted. 3rd and 1 at Chicago's 38. DeAndre Swift runs for 12 yards, placing the Bears smack at the 50-yard line. 2-minute warning. But it looked like all was lost. A sack, an incomplete, and a penalty for the Bears. 4th and 14 at Chicago's 46. Caleb Williams throws a deep pass to DJ Moore, and it falls incomplete, except there's a pass interference on Detroit. Bears stay alive, and the suspense, the excitement, the entertainment value, not just for football fans, but specifically Vikings and Eagles fans. Both of their teams at the time 9-2, needing the Lions to lose in order to close the gap to have a shot at the 1 seed in the NFC, collectively stood on their feet in unison across this great country of the United States of America. Oh my God, this is really gonna happen. They're about to win it, the Chicago Bears. Or worst case, they're sending this bad boy into overtime. We got the Disney buildup, followed by the to-be ending. 1st and 10, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Matt Eberflus burns his second timeout on a dead clock. What are you doing? You're killing me. A hands to the face penalty negates a 12-yard play. 2nd and 20, Caleb Williams takes a sack. Whistle blows with 32 seconds left in the game. Clock is running. This is awful, but you got 1 timeout remaining. Use it now. Regroup. Reset, and let's work the sidelines to get the best possible field goal position. And Matt Eberflus, with A face as calm as can be gives off the impression, no, you know what? I'm at peace with whatever the result is going to be. I'm not going to do anything. Doesn't use his last timeout. Bears get to the line of scrimmage nonchalantly, takes their time to get set as the clock has drained down to 6 seconds left in the game. Bears finally snap for the final play, a deep shot to Rome Odunze that lands at the Motown Museum. Game over. That was unequivocally the worst sequence of game management that I've seen throughout all of sports. You use your first 2 timeouts when it didn't make a difference at all, but don't use your final timeout when you need it the most? I can just hear the entire country in real time saying together in unison, call a timeout. This is preschool football education. Even the dumbest person that you know right now would also agree that you call a timeout. Matt Eberflus and his coaching stupidity cost the Bears a game, and rightfully so. He was fired the very next day. Absolutely pathetic. And from this point forward, whenever anyone says, well, the NFL coach, they know more than you, I'm going to point to a picture of Matt Eberflus and say, are you sure about that?